Hello, welcome to Inky Cap. I am Inky, and today I'm going to be playing a game called Missing. It's basically like somewhat of an RPG maker mixed with like a visual novel. Hehe. What are you laughing at? I added your Polaroid to my notebook. I don't look good in that photo though. No, look, it's like you're preserved here in my notes forever. Isn't that cool? I guess that's a nice thought. Right, I hope we can come look back on this summer in the years to come in reminiscence over the good old days. I hope we stay friends forever. Your friend has been missing for over a week now. The local police weren't getting anywhere with their search. It's a small town, and missing people cases like this are rare and far between. You guess that the lack of progress made in their investigations were due to the fact that they were ill-equipped to handle something like this. Or maybe they were just incompetent. So you decided to take matters into your own hands. Ooh, that sounds fun. You've had your suspicions. In fact, you've been suspicious of him for a while. It wasn't based on anything concrete. He's well liked in the community and seems to be a normal guy. It was just an uncomfortable gut feeling. And so you find yourself standing outside a small house on the outskirts of the town. You look down into your notebook. The plan was to enter his home under the guise of an official investigation. You'd have to impersonate a detective, which might get you in trouble if discovered, but if all goes well, you'd be able to collect the evidence you need to find out what happened to your friend. Or maybe you were wrong. Maybe he's innocent and you're just blowing things out of proportion because of a gut feeling. You look back up at the house. It's a simple one-story building. It looks quite homely. There are plants and other trinkets decorating the patio, and the lawn is neatly kept. You feel a small pang of guilt for intruding on such a peaceful-looking home. That feeling slowly morphs into a sensation of fear. There's a chill running down your spine as you approach the front door. You stand outside, shifting from one foot to the other. This is it. Should you continue, it's not too late to back out now. We're gonna continue because we're not sissies. You are nervous, yes, but you are all so determined to seek out any clues that may help you find your friend. You quickly smooth out the creases on your dress, making yourself look presentable. With renewed resolve, you knock on the door. Knock, knock. There's a small shuffling noise coming from within. One moment, you hear footsteps approaching, the door creaks open, and a friendly face steps in front to greet you. You've seen him around town a few times, but his strikingly unusual appearance always seems to surprise you. Can I help you? His sudden question knocks you out of your stupor. Oh, yeah. You pull out a fake badge with a fake identity from it. I'm Detective Quinn with the Border Springs Police Department. You're Crow, correct? Crow glances at your hastily made badge. For a moment, you're worried he's caught on to you, but then he gives you an affirmative smile. That's me, he says. I'm just here to ask you a few questions in pertains to an ongoing missing persons investigation. Do you mind if I come in? Perfect, just as you'd rehearsed. He eyes you for a moment. A missing persons investigation? You nod, your palms are beginning to feel sweaty from all the nerves. He stares at you thoughtfully for a moment. Then he smiles again. Sure thing, detective, come on in. Crow motions for you to enter and you eagerly do so. As you step inside, he closes the door behind you. Oh. Before you can have any time for yourself to look around the place, you're quickly ushered towards the guest area. Sorry for my appearance, detective. I just got home from work, so I haven't gotten to change yet. He motions towards his outfit, the standard uniform issued to the crew members at the local train station. I'll brew some tea up for you. Do you have any preferences? No, everything's fine, thanks though. Alright, I'll be back momentarily. Make yourself comfortable. Take a seat at the table, eyes trailing after Crow as he leaves the room. Okay. So I can get the kind of personality we're supposed to be having. This could be a good opportunity to look around. Okay, so I guess we'll look around. Eager to take advantage of his absence, you quickly leave your seat and head towards the hallway. It's a surprisingly long hallway. The place definitely looks smaller from the outside. The lights are all off, save for a yellow glow coming from the last room in the hall. You nervously turn the doorknob of said room and peek inside. It's a walk-in closet. Rows of clothing are neatly hung on the closet rod. Everything is meticulously arranged by color: blue, white, black. You walk deeper into the wardrobe room, have little surprise that people actually have rooms of this size dedicated to clothing alone. And that's when you notice it. Inconspicuously placed on a table full of gloves, a blood-stained pair in the open. You shakily step closer to get a better look, reaching out to the piece of evidence that you needed. I have a feeling he's gonna come into the room and then just catch us, and we're gonna be like, "It wasn't us." Oh, I came to grab a new pair of gloves. I didn't expect you to beat me to it. You nearly jump out of your skin at the sudden noise. Sheepishly, you turn your face to Crow, who is leaning against the doorway. Upon your repositioning, he knows you're trying to grab the specific article of clothing you're trying to grab. That. He smiles. I was field dressing a rabbit the other day. And don't worry, I've got a license. It was understandable. Many residents of Border Springs participate in the hunting of wild game during this season. But despite that, you still felt chills going down your spine. Now I'm a little uncomfortable with a young lady such as yourself going through my clothes. How about we call it a day here? I do have some matters to attend to. You nod meekly, embarrassed that he thought he caught you at such a bad time, and now you swiftly escorted out of his home. That was the end? Okay. I'm confused. Okay, I think I'll just click through it and then try selecting different options. Aggressive clicking noises. Okay, what if we click back out? You bit your lips nervously. This is a bad idea. There are so many things that could go wrong. For all you'd know, he could be completely innocent. You'd be accusing him of a crime he didn't do and trespassing into his private property. On top of that, you'd definitely get into some legal trouble if you're found impersonating an authority figure. Hanging low, you step back from the door. For a moment, your friend's smiling face is in front of your head. You take one last look at the house, and then you leave. So that's the first ending? Okay, so I think the right way to do it would be to wait after I'm confused. There's no right way to do this. So you're either a coward or leave empty-handed. Okay, so continue, and then continue to click through this. He kind of reminds me of Toilet Bound Hinoko-kun with his hat and the way he can just change faces so quickly. Okay, here we are. So wait. You decide to play it safe and wait for a while reviewing old notes. You pull out your notebook and pen from inside your pockets and flip through the pages. Ah, there he was. Crow. You couldn't find much information on him. You weren't even able to find his last name. He has virtually no social media presence, nor any close friends who do. He seems to be an easygoing type, but keeps to himself most of the time. You rub at your eyes in frustration. You spent the last week tailing him in secret, but found out that he lived such a painfully normal and boring life that you almost felt bad for the poor guy. But despite all that, your instincts were telling you that he was dangerous, and that's why you're here now. Your train of thought is broken as you hear a sound of water going off in the kitchen. So, I think, now, I think we should stay in our seat. Oh, wait, no! Does this encourage too? Sugar? I'll pass. He sits down across from you. He doesn't touch his tea. So what did you come to me for? Question him? You try to keep your facade as a detective, asking him questions about his relationships, personal life, his schedule, and alibi. Of course, you're unable to pick up on any instances, and your line of questioning was inefficient and lacked substance. This goes back and forth for about half an hour before you finally cut your losses and leave. You rise from your seat, tucking away your notebook and pen back into your pocket. Will that be all, Detective Quinn? Give him a small nod, making your way towards the door. Crow trails behind you, singing you out. It's a feeling of defeat from not gotten anything from this whole encounter, but you thank him for his time anyway. Glad to have been of help, Detective. You give a half-hearted nod as you walk across the front lawn. If you ever need more assistance with that investigation of yours, do feel free to come by for tea again. Petunia Flores. You stumble mid-step. You never told him your real name. You turn back to face him, but he was already gone. So that was ending 3. Okay, I'm gonna try and run through this one last time before I give up, and because I'm not giving up until I get an ending I'm happy with. So go inside the house, wait, and then once you hear the water, get up. I think the plan is. It sounds like it should be. Yeah, we've been through this like 7 times. Yeah. Dude. Okay, we wait. Reviewing the notes and the Suskai Crow. And now we check out the house. So now that it sounded like he was preoccupied with whatever was going on in the kitchen, you decided to take this time to explore the rest of the house. You quietly leave your seat, scurrying over to a dark hallway. The lights are all off, so you had quite a bit of trouble navigating from room to room. One by one, down the hall, you peeked into each room: a restroom, a storage room, a bedroom, and finally a closet. You sigh, rubbing tiredly at your eyes. It was difficult to see anything in these conditions. As you're about to leave the closet, you sleep briefly on a rug. Shoot. You quickly move to readjust the displaced floor covering, but notice something peculiar as you do. A sharp door hitting underneath. Ooh! Is this it? You feel your heartbeat quicken. Did I finally do it? Cautiously, you lift up the heavy door and peer inside. Complete darkness. You take a step down. Creak. And then another. More creaking noises until you reach the end. By now your eyes have adjusted to the dim setting. There's a strange smell down here. You cover your mouth to mask the odor, but it permeates through your air regardless. Then you see it. A wall strewn with pictures of them. Your missing friend. So is this guy like a yandere? Red ink is scribbled all over every photograph, proclamations of love towards them, and threats of violence towards anyone else who dared to interfere. You back up a little at the sight. You froze. That wasn't you. It came from behind. Ah, now you've done it. Oh! I was going to let you go, you know. His eyes are so yep, you've done it now, Detective Quinn. Or should I say Petunia Flores? I thought that humoring you in your little game of detective might satisfy that troublesome sixth sense of yours, but I can't believe you managed to sniff this place out. A shame, really. A shame. Out of all the inconveniences in my way, you're still tolerable, to some extent. He pulls out a needle. There's a murky substance inside. My guy. You can put that away. I do hope you don't take this personally. I was going to let you go, really, promise. But the circumstances have changed, and well, I can't have you getting in the way of my love. Ending 5, missing. Have you seen this girl? There's no winning here. What are the options? Okay, then... Okay, out of that extremely confusing mess, I think that I'm happy with ending 5. It made the most sense to me, but I guess that'll be it. It was really confusing, and I'm still not over the fact that there's no correct ending. But thanks for watching. I will see you next time. Goodbye.